I was watching a video earlier on YouTube about someone flying drones, and I was given this idea that our higher self, which we think of as above us, and in many ways that is the case as we perceive it, is a part of our soul that is guiding us, not through the understanding of our karma, but through the connection to source, the direct connection, if you like, to source. People often have ideas about what higher self and soul is. My understanding, or understanding now, is that the higher self is a part of the soul, but the part of the soul that is not influenced by our other lifetimes, our journeys, has no bearing on that at all. Only the connection with the oneness. And so the guidance we get from our higher soul is, I feel, a lot more, I'll use the word purer, as far as our connection to sources. And I was thinking about this drone and thinking about the higher self looking down on us, and reminded, I was driving to see some friends in about 1993, 1994. I was having lots of visitations at the time. I wasn't connected to archangels as I am now as far as channeling. That doesn't mean I wasn't connected, of course. I had guides always throughout my life. I wasn't aware who those guides were, in as much as the archangels and the star beings who were with me also. Nevertheless, they were still there. I did and was aware that there was a mothership that was above the house I lived in, and I felt its presence greatly through my crown chakra on many an occasion. And they were often helping and guiding me in those days, albeit I wasn't totally aware of who they were or what they were telling me, always. But they were definitely there. And the guidance they gave me was, like we're talking about now, was from above. And like a drone, our higher self is guiding us, is above us, knowing the right course of action for us to take at this moment in time that we are living in. We are often confused, don't always make the right decision because of things that are in front of us of a physical nature, of a emotional nature, that may lead us astray, whatever that is. Now, the fact that I say everything that happens to us is to make us who we need to be means that if we're led astray, we're still going to get to where we need to be. That is a fact. However, things can be easier and better for us if we follow a direct path. It's natural. If we follow a path of least resistance, it will be easier for us to traverse it. And so people often say, oh, I'd love to channel, I'd love to connect and love to get guidance. We all get guidance every second of every day. The problem we have is, hello, can you hear me? We can't hear them. Hello, I'm here. Can you hear me? What? No, I'm just watching telly. And we don't hear them. We don't hear the guidance. Usually because we got so much clutter and so much chatter going on here we fail to hear the guidance we get each day. If only we could learn ways to clear and stop the chatter. There are a myriad of ways. Obviously, I would say, come and see me, come for a session, come for several sessions, get healing, get guidance, and to help you. But as well as that, if I don't resonate with you, there's lots and lots of people out there now who offer these services of one sort or another. Of course, you have to find the ones that resonate with you, that you feel you trust, or you feel you like their vibe, if you like. And there's also the case of finances. How much can you afford? How much can you not afford to do these things? It's all about your path, and you have to choose what's best for you. But the best thing you can do about choosing your path is to listen. This vessel here, the heart chakra, is possibly one of the best vessels we have to listen. There is another one, which I call the Da'at chakra, which, although it's in front of the throat, will receive as well as transmit messages. But our heart is usually the first place for most people to go to ask a question about what is right for them, if they have any doubts, of course. I was thinking of looking down as if I'm looking on my pathways from a drone of the things that have happened to me in my life. And it occurred to me that in 1994, this is what I was going to say before I diverted, as usual. In 1994, 1993, whatever it was, I was driving to see some friends. And as I was driving, because this happened a lot at that time, I was doing a lot of Kabbalistic work, a lot of mystical work. And as I was driving, I saw this image, this vision in my head, in my mind's eye. Luckily, I was still able to drive okay. And I saw this like transparent globe with what looked like a brain in it, but it was bigger than a brain. It was different than a brain. But I got the impression that it was me in this transparent vehicle that was way up above. And that was me looking down on my life, watching my journey, watching me as I was living my life, as this is an illusion. As far as that feeling was concerned, I was feeling that this here is me, which was that brain in a bottle, that soul in the glass globe, that soul looking down was imagining or visualizing its lifetime and its connections in this lifetime. And everything I was experiencing, including that driving at that moment in time, was actually, if you like, the thoughts or the manifesting of this being that was in this vehicle above. It was really strange because it was like an instant. But those that have connected with star beings and others, and angels even, will know that everything comes all at once with these messages, these telepathic messages. It's like you see a million things in a split second. You feel hundreds of thousands of different events sometimes in a split second. You understand a lifetime's knowledge in a split second. It's amazing. You're just given everything all at once. And that's how that was. And as far as I recall, this is the first time I've heard this feeling I had at that time of how I was looking down. Now, years later, many years later, The Matrix came out. And I remember thinking, wow, that's a similar sort of thing in a way. This person might have had this same thought or feeling as I did at that moment. Nevertheless, there is obviously some truth in this experience I'm recounting now. And the more we think about our lifetime here, the more we can actually visualize our higher self above us, guiding us in our days. We just have to be aware of the messages they're giving us. Mostly they will come through here. They may manifest through thoughts or feelings here, but the first instance they will come in here, into our heart. So be aware and listen for these feelings. Feel these feelings. And if you can, and it's right, and it feels right, and it's good, and it's from the heart and from the love, act on them. See how it changes your life. We're only talking about good things here, so don't get mixed up. Don't say, well, I did that because Marcus said it was what I should do. Unless it's from love and to do with love, it's not something you should be doing, really, anyway. That's all for today. Namaste. Till next time.